Hello and welcome to my channel. Well, if you're new to my channel, go ahead, click that subscribe, click the bell notification. On my channel I do reviews, maintenance related content, and repairs if needed due to lack of maintenance or just a routine basic maintenance that repairs are needed. For example, like a water pumps. It's one of those things that it will fail on some cars sooner, on other cars longer, you get more mileage. So, but it's like a brake pads, water pump is like a brake pad. It needs to be replaced. It does not last a million miles like an engine can. So, well, today I'm gonna give you guys a quick review of this oil. MOBIL makes this 20,000, says protection for 20,000 miles guaranteed. Interesting. And there's a little star. What does the guaranteed 20,000 guaranteed means? Interesting. You know how oil companies use these words loosely, and it's like, okay, so let's look on the back. I guess let's look more up front. Advanced full synthetic moly. So what does the full synthetic means? Well, if you know the history of MOBIL, you know they don't make a true 100% synthetic anymore. It's all synthetic blend. After that fiasco between MOBIL and Castrol, all of those companies, they kept the label as full synthetic, but formulation is no longer true synthetic. Does that mean the oil is low quality or bad quality because it's not true synthetic? No, it doesn't mean the oil is bad or garbage. It means the oil has limitations. It cannot perform as you might think it should as 100% synthetic oil. You heard me right. As we think it should perform, but it will not perform. Because cost is what determines usually quality of the oil and how it's being formulated. So let's go back and see what does it means 20 performs in all driving conditions. Let's take a close look. Nothing outperforms MOBIL 1 in overall performance. Well, that's not true. Nothing outperforms. So, and today you're going to find out that it's not true. I'm going to show you lab results. So, can you actually use this oil for 20,000 miles? So what does the protects for 20,000? What does it mean protects for 20,000 miles? And there's a star. Well, then it says, if you read up close, if your vehicle is covered by the warranty, well, then you gotta follow the warranty recommendation or the sensor. So it's not for 20,000. So it's very misleading. I hate when oil companies sell products, oils, and they say, oh, it's good for so many miles, but if your car is under warranty, follow factory recommended intervals. So wait, you're telling me the oil cannot provide same level of protection as factory recommended intervals? Of course not. So the 20,000 is just a marketing term to convince people into believing nonsense. Yes, this oil, you can run this oil for 20,000 miles, but you're gonna have engine problems after 20,000 miles. Let me put it this way. Then again, if you read up close, extended service is not recommended if you're racing, commercial use, frequent towing, hauling, extremely dusty, dirty condition, excessive idling. So let's say delivery driver, Uber, pizza delivery guys. Well, there is no way this oil is going to last 20,000 miles. Can it last half? 10,000 miles? Well, it depends on the car. It depends on the car and driving conditions. And then there's all those approvals, GM, Dexos number, and so on. So very interesting. Keep in mind that Dexos symbol is a GM trademark. It's GM's name trademark. So if you want to use the Dexos name on any oil, you gotta pay a GM royalty fee. You can put a statement that it means, then you don't have to pay because the requirements are available to anyone. Just like this symbol. To have the symbol on the bottle of your oil, you gotta pay API royalty fees for every quart you sell. And if you decided you gotta improve your oil, well, you gotta resubmit your paperwork, pay additional cost, and it continues in that direction. So some people or in some companies opt out not to pay royalties fee for that symbol. Why? Does this symbol means the quality of the oil? No. Does that trademark Dexos means it's a quality oil? It has nothing to do with the quality of oil. It's just a name that you pay for it to use it. Just like that right there. To use Toyota name on your t-shirt or on your whatever keychain, you gotta pay Toyota royalty fee. You gotta pay. You gotta ask for permission to use that name. Same thing with the API symbol, Dexos, and any other names out there, trademark names. So let me show you the lab results. And so we have, here is, let's look at it from the top. So we have, it's abnormal. The oil is already outside of normal specifications and it should be replaced, and indeed it was replaced. So it's from 2018 Ford Transit 3.7 engine, non-turbo, non-supercharged. Fuel dilution is at a minor level, iron is at minor level, and so on. And I'll show you the pictures of the van. I'll show you the pictures. Actually, this is a MOBIL one extended performance, just like I showed you. This right here with MOBIL 1 oil filter. So it's a combination, it's a combo. So it's a combination, as you can see, and you can read the comments on your own if you want. Pause it. I'm not gonna get into details too much. So let's take a look at the metal water numbers. This is what I like to focus: metal water numbers. How is the oil protects engine? You know, do you have a lot of this metal against metal, or you have oil film that protects? You don't have rubbing metal against metal. So iron 25. You know, it's not too bad. I guess you're gonna ask me, what's the mileage? Well, here is the mileage: 81,000 on a van. It's a highway driven. It's not like you know, delivery van in town or Uber van, or you know, one of those that constantly idling and just in town basically, you know, they does some type of deliveries. No, this is a highway driven van. 25 parts per million iron. That's a I won't say excellent number, but it's a good number. Could it be lower? Absolutely. With a different brand of oil, or instead of running for 10,000, almost 11,000 miles on oil, you run it for 8,000. That's a good number. Even though it was guaranteed for 20,000, guarantee what? What does a guarantee means? That you're not gonna have a wear? Does the oil still good at 20,000 miles? See, that's what it becomes. You know, some of those companies, they don't define what's 20,000 guarantee. And we sometimes gets all upset because, oh, it's 20,000 guarantee. You should not be using for 20,000. But what does it say? You know, what does a 20,000 means? They don't provide the details. But be smart, watch my videos, and make those smart decisions so you can protect your equipment. 25 ppm, it's a good number, could be better. But because of the 10,000 miles, if you cut that number into 8,000 miles for highway driving on this engine or any or other engines with port injection, we will get good results. Then aluminum, copper. Aluminum, yeah, it's could be lower with other brands, but you know, it's not too bad. Copper, some type of a bushing, something on inside the engine where there's a copper and it's generated some copper. Then you have some contaminants, metals, silicon, sodium, you know, some other stuff. You can additive metals, you know, and then 10,000, almost 11,000 on oil. Highway driven 81,000. This is 2018, so this is a 3 years old van, but it has already 81,000. Probably now it has 90,000, maybe approaching 90,000. And here's the other thing that I want to focus is fuel dilution, 2%. Ford has a major issue. Their 3.5 EcoBoost has major fuel dilution, about 5%. And if Ford can get their act together and care more about consumer instead of investor, they need to do something about it. Fuel dilution. Ford, here is the thing. Ford has a major problem with their fuel dilution issue. 3.5 has EcoBoost engines, over 5% fuel dilution. Having a 2% fuel dilution from 3.7 engine, that is just not right. There's just something wrong that Ford did. They need to reprogram their computers, and the reason probably why it's dumping so much fuel is probably because Ford is trying to squeeze a lot of power from that 3.7, and it just keeps dumping the fuel. And that's the reason why 2% fuel dilution. And here is the thing, the more fuel you dump into the oil, the faster oil degrades, becomes outside specs, and becomes no good. The more fuel you dump. If you remove this fuel, make it almost zero or like 0.1, 0.2%, oh yeah, that iron number will be so much lower, aluminum number will be so, copper might not even show up in this report. Let's look at the other viscosity. Viscosity is still okay, but the base is low. Oxidation number, base is very low. This is where it becomes to the point, you know what I mean? You can run the oil longer, but you're gonna have engine problems more, because no longer it neutralizes the byproducts. Well, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share this video with others. Have a blessed day.